Gunfire erupted in broad daylight as federal agents were ambushed in the streets of Chicago, and what was supposed to be a routine immigration operation erupted into chaos when Border Patrol officers came under attack in Little Village. A black Jeep sped toward them, and within seconds, live rounds ripped through the air as agents dove for cover. Crowds turned hostile, hurling bricks and paint at their vehicles before police rushed in. No agents were hurt, but the suspect, of course the suspect got away. And this isn't just a local story, it's proof that America's sanctuary policies have become a threat to law and order itself. And Trump's team is calling it a deliberate ambush, and they're not wrong. But the big question is, how many more times will federal officers be targeted before local leaders take responsibility? And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, should federal agents pull out of sanctuary cities or double their presence? I'm all for doubling the presence because them removing these people is what I voted for. And what happens next will change everything for our nation. So my name is Tom, I'm with the Daily Beltway, and I'm also a White House correspondent for the Next News Network. So what unfolded in Chicago's Little Village wasn't just violence, it was a direct challenge to federal authority inside of our own republic. And folks, don't forget, we're a growing channel, and your support helps us keep reporting the stories that the mainstream media is ignoring. So make sure you hit that like, drop a comment, and make sure you are subscribed so this kind of truth actually reaches people. So here's what you guys need to see. It's Border Patrol agents in the middle of a lawful operation suddenly came under fire. Check this out.
Breaking news out of Chicago. Customs and Border Protection says agents were shot at while conducting an immigration enforcement operation earlier today. It comes amid weeks of rising tensions between protesters and federal authorities over the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. Christina Coleman is covering this developing story for us. Christina.
Hi, John. Right now, authorities are searching for whoever fired shots at federal agents conducting immigration enforcement today in Chicago. The shooting is another brazen act of violence against federal authorities carrying out the president's crackdown on illegal immigration. DHS says Border Patrol was conducting immigration enforcement operations near 26th Street and Kedzie Avenue in Chicago.
You know, when Mayor Brandon Johnson called police scum or a disease that needs to be eradicated, this is what happens when your local leaders say this is allowed to happen. This is what happens.
When an unknown male suspect driving a black Jeep fired shots at agents and fled the scene. They say some agitators also threw a paint can and bricks at Border Patrol's vehicles. So disturbing. Chicago police were called in for assistance and cleared the scene. Authorities referred to this as a dynamic situation. DHS released a statement following the violence, saying, quote, "This incident is not isolated and reflects a growing and dangerous trend of violence and obstruction. Over the past 2 months, we've seen an increase in assaults and obstruction targeting federal law enforcement during operations. These confrontations